morning, everyone, and thank you for being out with us. Well, actually, we have two great examples of success stories, two success stories this morning. One, the collaboration with the law enforcement agencies around the county, and the other with the emergency procedures that we have in place with the Duval County Public School System to ensure the safety and security of all of our children, our staff.
Okay. Can you just brief us on what happened here and what's the very latest? We know someone's in custody.
Someone is in custody at this time. Early this morning, about 6 o'clock, we received a phone call from the FBI into our communication center, which provided us with information from a tip that they received that an individual was threatening one of our schools. The FBI also notified the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office as well as the FDLE. At that time, we then put all of our procedures in place with law enforcement side to address the situation. At the same time, we alerted the school district to put our emergency procedures in place to ensure that our school was safe, and in that we diverted all of the buses or any students that may be walking or students that may have car transportation over to another school and held those students there. And then at that time, our reunification plan took place. In addition, here at the school, we did a thorough search of the school that included law enforcement as well as a K-9 officer to ensure that the school was safe. In the meantime, the investigation was also being conducted into the suspect. We had developed information about who the suspect was. We were able then to discover the location of the suspect. The suspect is now in custody at the sheriff's office, and the interviews are started.
Can you tell us anything about that suspect? Approximate age, male, female, where they were located?
Well, I can tell you it's a male suspect. I have been here at the school the entire time, so I let the intelligence unit of our detective unit, intelligence with FDLE, JSO, and FBI, they have the suspect right now, so I don't know a lot about that suspect, and we can update that later.
And is this a credible threat, would you say?
I would say it was a credible threat.
Is this a student potentially?
To my knowledge, it is not a student.
So when you say the response, has this response gotten quicker as we've seen more and more lockdowns? Because over the past few months, I would say we keep getting notifications. This morning, this was even before school started. So have you guys even increased the way you respond to these?
Well, safety and security is always our number one at the district, always our number one. We have not increased our security because we are at a level now to whereas we know that when these things happen, we respond very quickly and we respond very adequately.
What's your response to anyone who pulls something like this, credible or not credible?
Great question. I want it to be known, we take every threat seriously. The safety of our students and our staff is the most important. If you are out there and you plan to make a threat to our schools, our students, any of our administrators, we will take that threat seriously. We will do our best to locate you, and we will arrest you. And then we will ask for the state attorney to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
It may come out later. I know it's still early on in the investigation. The person who tipped the FBI, do we know who that person was? Is it an associate of the suspect? Any idea that you can provide?
We have no idea who that person is, but I can say this. One of our greatest tools out there is our students, our citizens, our parents. We preach, if you see something, say something. And that's what happened in this case. Someone saw something on social media, reported it to the FBI, and then the ball got rolling with law enforcement.
Okay, now that school's back open, a message to families that are bringing their kids back, how can they feel safe today?
Well, throughout this entire process, messages were going out to the students, the parents and the guardians from when we first learned about this. So you may have seen that several messages have gone out. Messages have gone out now that the school is open, and we may send another message out just to ensure parents that all things are safe at our school.
What kind of charges could this person be facing?
Well, of course, making domestic threats. Of course, that's a felony. And so I don't know the other charges that may be pending at this time.
Good. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
Chief.
much.
I appreciate it.
Tracy,
Okay.
could you wait